What is up, guys? Flames you here, and I am back with another ship showcase. This is another one from EGOTech. This is the Shifter. It is a mining vessel for asteroids. I absolutely love this ship. This is their new and improved version, and it's got 4 lasers on each side. They both spin. They're also automatically adjusted and controlled via the YOLO in the ship. Got the ore collectors on the inside as well, and we'll be demonstrating how all of that works. As you can see, it's got several range finders to help you get to where you need, as well as some extra hard points here in case you need to place some extra things. There's a button down here to open this door, and then as you come in, you can close the doors here and turn on the lights, or you can come up here and you can hit the doors button just like so. There are co-pilot seats on each side that show the ISAN, the odometer, the timer for how much you have left in your fuel, safe zone, strength factor, and shows them like autopilot, nav C, and the waypoints and things like that. And both co-pilot seats have something a little different. This one allows your friends to check on the status of all the fuel, as well as the flow in and out for refuel. The min generator rate, with the mingen button, they can also shut down the generator. So hitting that shutdown button will turn the generator off. If you do not shut off all of the electrical equipment on the ship, shutting down will start draining the battery. So make sure you're careful about that. Shut everything off if you want to stop draining the fuel rods. The cool thing is that even all the way up here, there are several cool things about this ship. So the first is this ship comes with 3 crafting benches, the tools and weapons, the advanced, and the basic crafting bench. So you can do all your crafting here on the ship. You've got your resource bridges here and here. These are easy to use. I love the fact you can use the doors on the side, but they've got this handy canopy button. And that canopy button is just really nice for ease of access and getting outside. Be careful with it though if you're outside of the safe zone, as you will shatter that glass if you're not careful. So I'm going to turn this stuff off here and kind of show you what everything does here in just a moment. So we've got the typical controls: cruise, turtle for going slower, you've sloth, which is this adjusts how sensitive your left, right, and your rolls are. If you turn sloth off like this, for example, it's way faster and a lot harder to control. So I always keep sloth on. I like that. The avoidance is used for helping to avoid asteroids. It does that with all the extra range finders and such. Autopilot is used in conjunction with the navigation. Use that at your own risk. I don't really use it that much. Speedometer, you can load certain things to the autopilot using this button here. You can reset your ISAN by pressing this twice. You can reset your timer by holding that down. You've got your odometer and your avoids, and you can reset those here as well. If you have your bolt gun with you, you can unbolt. What is going on here? For some reason, well, I don't know why it's not working for me in this particular instance, but there it goes. All right, so you can take these off. Don't move the YOLO chip, just drag it down. You can see their help here. They've got the GitHub here for their free blueprint. This is a free ship blueprint, as well as their Discord, which I will also link in the description down below. And then so that's there. They also have a manual which you can get in the Discord on that ship's page, that also further instructs you on how to use the ship, if I miss anything here. So up here you've got spare fuel rods, plenty of them, plenty of spare fuel rods. So on top of that, down here you've got more spare fuel rods. Now you'll notice some of these are empty because I've already been changing them out. I've been using the ship already, but there's tons of spare fuel rods on the top and on the bottom, and then you replace them here at each. As you can see, they've been updated with the new heat sinks and things like that. And it also shows you the battery and the fuel rod levels down here as well, and you can control the lights too from here. And then over here it shows you the fuel rods for this side and things like that. So that's super handy. You know, you got a nice little window out here. It's just a nice little touch. I always like the aesthetics of the ships. Here you've got very clear instructions. So the red port, if you connected to red tanks, it's on its own separate network. And then the propellant, and so you connect to the red port to refill the ship's tanks from the red tanks. So if you have this red tank filled with the propellant, then you can grab this and connect it and refuel the ship's tanks from the red tanks, like so. So as you can see, it was taking off from the red. It's draining it off. We don't want to, I'm pretty good on propellant, so I don't want to do that right now. But it does refill the ship's tanks from the red tanks. And you can change that back up at the cockpit with the flow in, flow out, which is right here. So that's for the resource bridges. So we're going to connect to the main resource bridge like so. And then now if you hit mine, it's going to turn on a couple range or one range finder, but that's not an approach, but that's not enough. So we've got the material scanner. You hit this button here, that's going to turn on all of these range finders. This helps with the avoidance. So as you can see, these lights start flashing in accordance to what side it's mostly on. If I start moving to the right a little more, see, it blinks more, and then as it comes more towards the center, then the lights move across accordingly to what the range finders are seeing. So let's go and take a look for some ore here. I don't want to mine anything that I don't necessarily need at the moment. So we're just cruising along here, and as you can see, there's a blue beam of light right down here, down the middle. That's your material scanner, and it's super efficient because you can see everything you need here. So let's go take a look. Let's avoid this station here. All right, let's go start taking a look at some of these Agitite asteroids. So let's go take a look at this one over here by the ice encasement. It's just right here. All right, so we're gonna turn on turtle, right? We want to slow it down. We don't want to be going too fast. If you're already going too fast, if you have default keybinds, you can tap the home key, and then you can slow yourself down that way. So anyways, you want to line yourself up with the asteroid. You can also turn on aim, and it'll assist you in keeping aim with the asteroid. As you can see, I've got the asteroid pretty good in the middle. So, and see how it's centered itself just like that while I'm going towards it. That's what the aim function does. So we're just going to inch ourselves towards this. We want to make sure, you know, like, it's good practice. I'm in a safe zone. I could slam it if I wanted to. I'd be fine, but it's good practice not to. So always start approaching closely, and then you'll start to see that the asteroid will render in. You want to get the material scanner on there. You can tell that the material scanner's on there. You can kind of see that there's a circle around it, right? But there it is. Popped up. The materials that are on the inside the asteroid are corrodium and agitite. So we're gonna mine it, and mining it is as simple as hitting the mine button. So you just hit mine. I like to set the lasers to rotate. There's settings here. So you've got auto, fixed, and manual. Manual, you have to control the pitch with these levers here. Fixed will leave the drills, lasers in a specific fixed position. And then auto will have it automatically adjust and open up or close as it starts to mine the asteroid, which we're about to see now. So I like to have it on auto. It turns the lasers on. So when you get back in here, so as you can see, it started to mine it. I'm going to move up a little bit because I want to be on the inside, and then I'm going to turn on the collectors, and then we can just kind of open the canopy here, and then I can kind of let you get a good look at what it's doing there. So as you can see, the lasers are starting to open up. I am connected to the resource bridge, so if I open up my backpack, you can see here we're getting all of the ore, and it's mining it flawlessly. And it's continuing to open up. So if the asteroid you're mining is too small, I suggest that you wait until the lasers have fully opened and then move the ship around some in order for you to get more of the ore. So I'm going to move it just a little bit. I'm not seeing very much corrodium there. And then we're going to move the ship up just a little bit and just let it continue to do that work for us. And it's all fully automated. You don't have to get out. You don't have to mine anything yourself. You don't have to do anything by hand. The ship does a really good job. I absolutely love it. I take it on all of my mining trips. Again, this is the Shifter by EGOTech. So once you've made sure that you've gotten just about all of your ore from it, all right, I see that there's like a little bit left over there, not too big of a deal, all right. And then, so now we're going to turn off the lasers, make sure the collectors run a little longer, make sure we got everything, then we'll turn off that. All right, even with the rotate button on, as long as the lasers aren't mining, these will stop rotating like so, and then it'll go back to normal. Now, remember, it's important to keep min gen on, as it keeps the generator at a minimum rate, so that way you can keep all of the lasers on. If you don't, you'll end up losing power to the lasers, and then it will not be as functional. So as you can see, I have gotten all of the ore that I was interested in. I got the corrodium ore. There's a lot of agitite. In fact, I don't, and then if you don't want any of that ore, you can delete that ore right out of there, and then the ship's good to go. So once again, we'll kind of just go over some things. This sets the eco mode. We'll set it to where only 2 lasers are running, so you could use it that way if you're running low on fuel or something like that, or you just want to run eco mode. I never do. Rotate is what, of course, allows the drills to rotate. These here are the distance and range finders that light these buttons up to show you where they're at. Aim helps you aim at the center of the asteroid that you're looking for. And the avoidance, and you or the autopilot, use at your own risk. There's more about that in the manual, which you can find in the Discord. Once again, I'll link that in the description down below. And you can go to their Discord and check out the manual for it, and it'll explain everything else about these buttons in depth. I just know that I do not particularly use avoidance or autopilot. I don't even really use navigation, as I solely just mine asteroids with this. But just to go back over it, we got the resource bridges, it's got the eye sand, it's got plenty of power, crafting benches for you to craft in. So if you're at your station or something and your station doesn't have the benches yet, or you're just starting out, this is the perfect beginner's mining ship for getting good mining done. If you have a company, even better. Once again, you can refill your propellant with what's in the red tanks. Remember that the red tanks are separate tanks from this green tank, and you can refill the green from the red. And then you have all your extra fuel rods down here, as well as some extra ones back up top. So this has been the Shifter by EGOTech. This is their mining ship. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please leave a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on more ship showcases and future tutorial videos. And make sure that you turn a notification on so that way you never miss a video from me. This has been Flames U, and I will see you guys on the next one.